Wow. It feels like it was only the other day that you guys were in kindergarten. Let me introduce myself. If you don't remember me, or you just don't know me, which means that you joined the Portals family after I left, my name is Gayle. So hi everybody. And I was given this opportunity to give your school leaving speech. Now, I can promise you that when I was leaving Portals, if you told anybody that I'd be doing this speech, they'd have a good laugh. And, to be honest with you, I would have laughed as well. I remember the speech I got at Mona Visitors Lodge by Hassani Semaj. And it was at that moment I knew that I wanted to deliver such an address. I'll be talking to you today about accepting self, diving into the ocean of high school, and just generally being transparent with you guys so that any anxiety or questions you may have can be cleared up and done by someone that is not that much older than you. Now, just some general background information about me. I'm 17 years old and I'm currently enrolled to the United World College Isaac, Japan campus for 2 years on scholarship, starting this August. Well, that's if I can get a flight out. But in terms of where I currently attend school, I'm at the Arden High School, and I'm currently the Students' Council President for the 2016 students that attend the school. I'm also a member of the United Nations Club, a retired cricketer due to injury, a table tennis player, as well as a musician, where I can play five instruments at varying degrees of skill. I'm also part of the UE Steel Pan group, Panardim, and I am a Moreland's Boys Camp Council. I'm also the student representative for my school on the Arden Board of Governors, as well as being a disciplinary prefect at school. Finally, I got a piece of paper saying that I did exceptionally well at CXC. It may sound like a lot, but I can tell you that this really and truly didn't happen overnight. Now, when I think back to 2014, when I graduated from PCFK, Portals Center for Knowledge, without a doubt, I was considered the class clown. At the start of grade 6, I was one of the kids that, to keep it real with you, there was just a lot of doubt about if I was even going to sit GSAT. Oh, I feel old. Yeah, but everyone was ahead of me in terms of academics, and to be honest, there were times in grade 6 where almost everything looked in. But hey, I got through to my first choice, and now I have a few achievements and a relatively impressive resume. So why exactly am I doing this? Why exactly am I telling you all of this? For clout? To feel better about myself? To brag and make others feel small? Absolutely not. The majority of you are in a significantly better position than I was academically. And every one of you have what it takes to decide whoever you want to be. Trust me. High school will probably be the most fun part of your life. And I'm sorry, parents, but this is going to either be the most difficult or the best time in your parent-child experience. Why is this? Well, initially, there will be hormone and body changes, and later a fight to be free from the shackles or confines of your parents' rules. For the more experienced parents, this will be easier to navigate. But for the parents who haven't done this before, who feel they want a few strategies to help manage the next 5 to 7 years, where you see your child rapidly develop, evolve, and grow, sit back, relax, and listen, as I have advice on both how parents and children can adapt to this new situation. Number 1, accept whatever school you go to. Don't feel sad or bad if it wasn't your first choice. You will shine wherever you go. Number 2, go into your environment with open eyes Avoid judgment of others. You may just be surprised. Don't go into the school system thinking, oh, because I went to Porters or whatever, I'm better than anybody. No. Dependent on where you get placed means that people will come in with higher or lower scores than you, which means that you're going to be in an environment where you're almost at, in a level playing field. So just remember that. 3, get involved. Join or try sports and or clubs at your school. Extracurricular is really important for you to achieve balance and build friendships. This is extremely important. I didn't start out just being in all of these positions of leadership. It was actually much later on in my high school career. At first, I only played cricket and was a part of student council. Although I was, in student council for all of my high school career. You must remember that you have to try new things. Half of us struggle with the fact that we don't know what to do. Anyways, number 4, meet new friends and surround yourself with people who boost you up and don't tear you down. Your friends, I can't even explain how important your friends are. Big up Ravi, he has been there from day one from Porters. Big up Ajay as well. No favoritism here, but Ravi and I were friends from grade 5 coming right up. Granted, we were never in the same class when we went to Ireland, but Ravi is a part of my core friend group, and Ravi is my family, my brother. Now, in terms of meeting new friends, you don't have to forget the old ones, but always remember you're going into a new environment, so you need people there with you. Number 5, manage your use of social media. Please trust me on this. What is posted lives forever, okay? It's also important that you understand your school's social media policy. This is mainly for the parents, but when you get your rule book, please read it. It's going to be really handy in your whole journey. Because I myself almost got in trouble. And simply, I just didn't understand the rules. And, in my parents' eyes, what I did would have just been a mere talking to. But in the eyes of the school, it would have landed me a suspension. So, and not being able to graduate. Learn to manage your time. If you master this early, high school will be a breeze. Now, if you don't master this early, as I haven't, you still get by. You still do well because you have the foundation to be whoever you want to be. But if you learn how to manage your time, fill up yourself with clubs and activities. Don't overdo it, but don't underdo it. Do whatever feels the best to you, what makes you comfortable, what makes you shine. 7, be open with your parents. Tell them what is happening. I'm going to talk about this further on when I'm addressing the parents, so just listen out for that. Number 8, develop you. Please understand that you're running your own race. You're running your own race. If you guys don't remember anything I have to say, remember that you're running your own race. You can get people to help you prepare for the race, but only you can run it, okay? As Usain Bolt did, if he didn't have Glenn Mills, if he didn't have the other athletes by his side, he probably wouldn't have been the athlete that he is today. But only Usain Bolt could have run that race and set the world records not 1 or 2 times. Don't be influenced negatively by your peers. Remember your Porter's foundations. It is solid values that you carry for the rest of your life. Things like hands behind your back, those are the things. Hands behind my back is just something I do. And people always ask me why I did it. It looks professional, whatever. Just hang on to the things that you learned here. And Auntie Barbara, everybody in the Porter's family, they understand and they know and they have seen and they've produced people like me, people that are better off than me, just all kinds of persons. So keep that in mind. 10, do not be afraid to make mistakes, but ensure that you don't constantly repeat the mistakes that you make. Alright? You must recognize that the next 5 years will be the journey to freedom for your child, where they shall demand more leniency and the ability to make decisions for themselves. While you must be able to be fair and listen to their point of view, it is critical that you maintain your role as parent and not as friend, because these two roles are incredibly different. Now, I'd like to leave you with 5 points to consider to maintain a low friction relationship with your child for the next few years. Number 1, recognize that it's a global world. We all have friends and family that lives in other countries. Plus, with Netflix and the internet and even cable, the world is extremely interconnected. Your child will want things that can't easily be given based off our societal barriers. They will be exposed whether or not you want them to be. So try to keep current so you know what exactly is influencing them. Number 2, preteens and teenagers are curious. If you have an open relationship with your child, I'm proud of you. But if you don't, be prepared that there are going to be a lot of questions. Preferably, they will ask you, and if you don't have the answer, trust me, Google will answer it for them. Or worse, their friends. I recommend that you honestly respond to any question they ask. Any question at all. Otherwise, there's no guarantee of the misinformation that they will be given. So, in this case, it's more like prevention is greater than cure. Lack of communication always leads to bad results. Now, number 3, the importance of balance. Extracurricular sports, clubs, community service, and fun balanced with academia is essential for a rounded child. This will position them for success in the new world order. In terms of this, your child, in the way that they're rounded, please don't compare. That's important. Your child is their own individual, right? So if their thing is academics, don't try and take away from the academics and put it in something else. You know, you have to parent to your child's strength. So if their strength is sports, then if you know for them to get by well, they need to maintain, let's say, a ballpark figure, 80 average, then ensure that they maintain that 80 average. But don't push them to get a 90 when that could take away from their sports time to get into a national team, if you get what I mean. Now, number 4, support and encourage your child, as well as their dreams. Your role as a parent is to guide and facilitate. You're not a dictator. Listen to their desires. Observe their interests. Make them lead. It's okay for them to not know exactly what or who they want to be. But through varied experiences, they will eventually figure it out, which is currently my reality. And number 5, recognize signs of growth and maturity. Know when to let go. Each child is unique, right? Every single one of your babies at this point is unique, right? Be ready for different types of experiences in varying points in their development. If they think that they are ready, don't immediately dismiss their decision. You, as their parent, most of the times they're not ready. And being ready is like being ready to go away, being ready to, go to a party, being ready. The reality is that these kids face nowadays, you have to be ready for any decisions that they will make. And in keeping up with the time, you'll start to realize that these decisions, sometimes they're not that bad. And don't compare your time with theirs, especially after COVID. Try to be objective and make decisions on who is present before you. As oftentimes, parents have the hardest time recognize who their child is becoming. Wrapping up, I couldn't finish this speech without talking about the pandemic and the uncertainty around the new school year. For me, it's affecting me because I don't really know when I'm going to take a flight at this point, and currently, it's June, almost July. So be cognizant of that. This new school year is going to be different. And when something like this happens, technology changes, the world changes. We're literally going to see the world change in the next 5 or so years, if so long. So be prepared for that. Don't walk in like it was last year when you were taking PEP, or walk in like it was grade 5. Clear your mind. It's a completely new experience and it's going to be amazing. Trust me. Your first year of high school will be different. As I said before, completely new. And we're yet to understand, even from the ministry point of view, how exactly it will work. But to be honest, I'm confident that our Portals family has helped you prepare for this new adventure. And I have to give a shout out to my Portals aunties. Auntie Lovina, Auntie Donnery, Auntie Barbara, big up Auntie Barbara, big up Auntie Pat, Auntie Monique, Auntie Deborah, Auntie Constance, and Mrs. Elliott, who were all instrumental in my development. Family forever. Peace. Alright, hey guys. So I just wanted to say a big thank you for giving me this opportunity to give you guys school leaving speech. As a result, I just needed to big up the people that helped me produce this speech. So the first person I'd like to big up is Nia Scott. Right, Nia is also a Portals graduate. She graduated a year after me, and I was actually at her graduation. But she's going to UWC as well, so big her up, whatever, cheer. Woo! And most of all, I'd like to big up my mother, because without her, none of this would be possible, literally. But yes, big up Patsy.
Big up Auntie Trisha! Auntie Trisha!
She doesn't really like the camera that much, so she's not coming over here, but I will put a picture of her, or probably a baby picture like right here. Anyways, if you guys want to contact me, I'm free to talk to any of you guys. You can call me, text me, whatever, go meet me on Instagram, watch my YouTube. Yeah, I will either put a little picture of all of that, like a little credits, I guess, at the end of this. And yeah, stay safe, guys. Best of luck to you. And just keep that PCFK spirit alive. Later.